the great divide started on Thursday night. I had always thought in favor of the ladies because I felt like, okay, maybe the guys were doing too much. Maybe Miracle was being overly petty. Maybe they were taking it too deep. And even though Nana and Ipeleng actually initiated the rivalry between the two genders, I still felt like, hey, they are women. They should be treated like queens. But then first communication happened between the two representatives. That's Miracle and Yaya. And okay, I sensed a bit of selfishness coming from Yaya, but then I didn't really want to dwell on it because I still felt like, nah, Miracle was just being overly petty. And then the second communication happened last night, and no way, no way. It was just so glaring what Yaya was playing at, and I said, nah, I'm not having it. So I want to tell you all about it on this particular video, and there are so many other things that I've actually observed from the two genders, and it just dawned on me that there's actually a lot of issues amongst the ladies that we actually do see or even realize on a normal day when there's no division in Big Brother's house. So I'm going to point it all out on this particular episode of Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. So please make sure you watch this video to the end so that you do not miss out. And quick announcement, don't forget guys, today is that day. Today is Saturday. So by 3 p.m. WAT, we're going to be converging here for our FSWG Saturday YouTube live stream. So please come through. Make it a date with us. Do not miss out. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to dissect. All right. And you are all especially welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Gloria Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Gloria, and I am the girl with the T. Okay. And if you are new here, thank you so much for choosing to stop by. If you are just newly subscribed, thanks for increasing the numbers of this community. But if you are not yet a member of this family, please just go ahead and do exactly what you see on your screen. Hit the red subscribe button to subscribe. All right. And quickly, let's get into the video. With the second communication between the two representatives, that's Miracle and Yaya. Yaya had first gone into the yellow zone and was waiting for Miracle like she was spoiling for a fight. Now, Miracle had to consult with the rest of the guys to see if any of them had any message to send to the females, right? And I don't know if he got messages, yes, but he had joined Yaya in the yellow zone. The moment the buzzer went off, guys, we all know that Yaya talks a lot and she talks very fast. So the moment the buzzer went off, boom, Yaya just started talking.
I forgot a weekend setting, and someone obviously removed it from the bed she was using. Could you please ask whoever that is to leave it downstairs? Secondly,
a lot of things. She was literally complaining that the guys had been in the kitchen for hours, that they usually stay in the kitchen for longer than they should, that because they've been in the kitchen for a long time, Nana, who needs to take her medication, has not been able to take her medication. Now, side comment, the funny thing is that Nana had actually taken her medication. Yaya just needed to talk. So she was complaining about that. And Miracle was also talking at the same time. Ladies and gentlemen, I literally loved Miracle's energy. Miracle was literally matching Yaya with her energy, because the first time the communication happened, he was talking slowly, allowing her space to talk. And so she was the only one that spoke a lot and passed on all the messages that the girls had. Miracle barely passed on enough words to Yaya. So this time around, as she was talking, he was responding. As she was talking, he was responding. So Yaya was literally claiming that they've been in the kitchen for over 4 hours. And Miracle was like, but you guys have been in there for over 6 hours. You people claim that you were cooking, but you were there for longer. And Yaya said, oh, they were actually cooking. And I'm like, okay, hold up a second. When you're in the kitchen cooking and you know fully well that you're meant to share that kitchen with some other persons, you're supposed to hasten up your process, your cooking process, so that you're quick, you're done, and you're out. So that there's space for the other people. But Yaya was not defending that part. And then she was like, Nana wants to take a medication, but she can't take a medication because you guys have been there.
you could have marinated your meat outside.
We're about to finish almost.
All I'm saying is this, it doesn't make sense for you guys to be in the kitchen for over 5 hours.
Yeah, you guys were in the kitchen discussing for like 6.
Miracle was explaining that they were actually marinating the meat they were going to take outside to grill for their dinner. And I was like, hey, why didn't they take the meat outside to marinate it? And I'm wondering, like, okay, yeah, earlier today, the ladies cooked a whole bag of beef. And Yaya took her time. Guys, I was watching Yaya. Yaya took her time. Like, it was one of the most petty things yesterday. Yaya took her time marinating the meat, cutting up her vegetables, and the girls were there. They were having a good time. They were gisting. They were having a good time. So I just felt like everything that Yaya was throwing at Miracle yesterday in that yellow zone, it was just basic hypocrisy. Yes. Because all the things that she was accusing the guys of doing, that was literally everything that the girls were doing yesterday. They even did more. And then Miracle had actually thrown back to Yaya on the case of Nana needing to take her medication. That, listen, earlier today, you people spent over 6 hours in the kitchen, thereby hindering, what's his name, Kanaga Jr., from taking his medication as well. And then Yaya now came with the emotional blackmail, the gender blackmail. That, so because we stopped Kanaga from taking his medication, so now Nana too should not take her medication? Is that what you people are trying to say?
MJ and KJ needed to take his medicine.
We were cooking. So Nana also needed to take her medication. So because KJ needed to take his medication, now Nana was also suffering. Because that's what it sounds like. That's what you're saying.
In my head, I'm screaming, hell yes. Hell yes. The energy you give is the energy you definitely receive. So guys, they were still talking, and then the buzzer went off. Remember, they are only meant to communicate for only 1 minute. So they have just 1 minute to pass on every message, every information that they have to share. So it was just very satisfying for me, ladies and gentlemen, that Miracle, number one, was able to match up to Yaya's energy. Number two, Yaya's emotional blackmail and using the gender script, right? Female should be treated as queens kind of script. I was just happy that it didn't really work with Miracle. Yes. And again, the fact that she always wants to be the one to talk more, she always wants to be the one to be heard more, and she speaks faster without even giving you space to chip in a word. I loved the fact that Miracle 100% matched up her energy and did not allow Yaya to subdue him from also talking. After that meeting, Yaya had gone to Nana to go and tell Nana that, I actually complained to them that they did not allow you to take your medication. And Nana was like, no, but I already took my medication. I actually normally take it with my munchit. And then she was like, okay. I mean, at that point in time, she realized that she actually did not really have an argument. And then, she said, okay, fine, let the ladies go into the kitchen to do whatever they wanted to do. And they went into the kitchen. And they had time to make food for themselves. So I saw online, people were saying that, the ladies went to bed hungry, the ladies did not eat, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no. They had time to also make food for themselves as well. I mean, they cannot continue treating the guys like the guys are the monsters, and then they are also being monstrous to the guys, but then they want to bring in the script of, we are ladies, treat us as queens, treat us as ladies. And they were even making reference to the Valentine's Day breakfast. And they were even making reference to the Valentine's Day breakfast that the guys prepared for them. Like, how can the guys treat them so nicely and claim that they care about them, and now they are behaving like this to them? Nana was the person that was actually really heavily complaining about that. And there's this bad habit that Nana exudes in that house. When she's complaining about someone or something, she complains endlessly to the point that she wants to mobilize a crowd of witnesses to also agree with her on whatever she's complaining about. And I love the fact that the other ladies are not like her coven sisters. The other ladies are not like Yvonne and Olivia that can easily be influenced by all of her naggings. Yes, the likes of Ikbeleng, the likes of Tati, Nelisa, Khosi, they had gone to bed early because they didn't even have energy for all of that drama. But Nana kept on complaining and talking about how they cannot wait for Big Brother to address all the crimes that the guys have committed so far so that they will be punished. And I'm just laughing because I'm thinking, is it that this girl, this Nana in particular, keeps forgetting that even though the game they are playing at the moment is called The Great Divide, punishment is still meted out by pairs, not by individuals? My God. This girl is just a joke sometimes. And then I also noticed that whilst the guys were having an amazing TGIF, the ladies were just bored, they didn't have what to talk about. They were just lounging. Some people were looking confused. Some people were looking lonely. Some people were looking isolated. Khosi, she had a bit of conversation with the ladies earlier in the day in the kitchen, but for the most part, she's not a ladies' girl. So she didn't really have what to discuss with the women. The women did not even have any particular point of interest that they all share to discuss. And I was really disappointed because I felt like, come on, ladies, all of you are from different professional backgrounds. So you should be able to have proper conversations about what your interests are, what you love doing, what you enjoy doing. Talk about it, create conversations, sound conversations, enlighten the viewers about your field. I was specifically disappointed in the likes of Tati because I felt like, girl, you are in a double career path. Now is an opportunity for you to share what you have been learning. That's an opportunity for you to talk more about yourself. But these girls, the whole conversation they were having was about the guys. Yeah, very, very petty conversation. And it was so annoying because it just made it look like they were all shallow-minded. Meanwhile, for the guys, they were having so much fun.
My plus size queens. Yes, you don't know. See, you know what you mean? They get tired. They get tired. Bruh. In as much as they get tired, bro. Come on.
They were discussing different topics under the sun to the point that to even spice things up the most, they were playing games about, which girl is your type in the house? You know, who would you smash or pass? It was so interesting. The camera stayed on these guys for a long time.
Wait, pass. I gentlemen. Smash. These guys smashed everyone.
And then they also had Miracle's episode 2 of his Talk Your Talk podcast. And they were having a very, very interesting conversation about why do men cheat. And each and every single one of the guys, they gave their own perspective to it. It was a very, very interesting and enlightening conversation. Even though they stayed up late into the night, but it was very, very interesting. And then I was very disappointed when the cameras moved on to the ladies' area and Yvonne and Olivia were the only two girls awake. And guess what they were discussing? Why I like Thabang. Olivia was talking again for the 1 millionth time. Why she liked Thabang. And guys, I felt like just shooting myself in the head because I was tired of hearing that conversation. Yes, I get it. There's this thing about guys, you know, easily moving on from their beef. I mean, look at Miracle and Yemi. I was really scared that this great divide will kind of cause more rift amongst the guys. But guess what? They are moving on fine. Miracle and Yemi, they've been forced to, you know, collaborate, join energies together, you know, to work things out for the guys' good. They have become very cool with one another. They share conversations, they contribute together, they talk, they respond to each other in a very, very civilized way. Even though we know that there's still the Khosi conversation hanging above their heads, but they are now very, very civil towards each other. But amongst the ladies, we know that there's this thing between Blue and Khosi. Although the girls were gossiping yesterday that it seems as though Blue and Khosi are beginning to resolve their differences because they laughed at each other's jokes, that's a good move, yes. But then it's so dry amongst the ladies. Aside when they want to eat, there's nothing else that they have to discuss. So ladies and gentlemen, all of these things are things that, most of the things that I observed, I would love to know your own observations. What do you think? Do you think that the girls are actually pulling it off better than the guys or vice versa? Please go ahead and share your thoughts with us in the comment section below. I look forward to knowing what you all think. And please do not forget, today, 3 p.m. WAT, we're going to be meeting here for more conversations about all the happenings in Big Brother's house this week. I'll see you guys soon. Have an amazing, amazing weekend. Bye.